Welcome to this week's Weird Good Work Show.
Only weird because
I'm in a weird, I am in a weird space, but this is my office, y'all. my office at the job office, not my home office.
It's interesting
because I don't come here that often.
It's interesting to step back in this space. I was there earlier today.
Yeah.
So
this setup is like foreign to me.
Well, mine, I haven't actually set up my space. So it just looks very, it's going to be interesting adjustment. I don't know. Everything's an adjustment. So we'll figure.
I don't have enough purple in here. I realized the purple I had is been sun bleached.
I was gonna
say my blinds in my office for the people who can't see. I'm facing my windows and I have four big windows in here, but they put blinds in here when we first moved in. I was like, you're wasting your time. I'm never gonna use the blinds. But everything that was purple in here is now
lavender.
It's a real light shade of lavender, like almost silver.
Well, it's so funny because because I'm like, your office definitely had a purple theme in that, like compared to your home office, it's very.
I know it's very sane.
Yeah, because your home office is a little.
It's bright. I get a lot of. I can't paint a wall in here, unfortunately. So I got to figure out another.
We've got options.
Something else.
Let me tell. Vinyl is always an option. Peel and stick.
Well, can you buy me some?
I can direct you to
vinyl people.
I can direct you to I can direct you. Heck,
I want that. I want my whole glass on this side to be purple vinyl.
No, I think the best we may be able to do are your cabinets behind you. We may be able to do your
cabinets. I'll take that.
We could do your cabinets. That's easy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hook me up.
Okay. I got you. Well, speaking of purple, we are speaking today with Maria Fundora. She is the founder of Purple Pansies, and this organization is kind of awesome. I'm excited for you all to hear about it and learn about it. We shouldn't spoil it. We should just say you should.
I know, we should just hop in. Anything about purple is good for me, so it's got to be great.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great conversation about such an important topic. So I think we're just going to hop on into it and hear from Maria directly, just because she can tell her story much better than I can summarize it. So let's hop right into it.
Afternoon, Good Work Show guests. We are back with our guest, and it's Maria Fundora, and she is with Purple Pansies. Welcome to the show, Maria.
Thank you so much, Elaine. It's great to be with you and Trinice on. Thank you for supporting us and telling our story. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, you know what? So oddly enough, I'm not in my office at home, but if I were, you see a whole lot of purple because the wall that is back in the back of me is all purple with just a little bit of white. So I hate that I'm not there today because we got Purple Pansies on. It would have fit perfectly with the theme of the show. But you know what? So tell everybody about Purple Pansies, what the organization is, what you do, and a little bit about your mission.
Purple Pansies, our hashtag is End Pancreatic Cancer. So purple is the color of pancreas cancer, and pansies was chosen because it's such a resilient flower in the winter, in the harshest of time. So what our mission is to be able to provide funding for research, new clinical trials, scholarships for young people that have been impacted through themselves or a guardian that has been impacted by pancreatic cancer, and providing community grants to people fighting pancreas cancer. And of course, number one is probably raising awareness for pancreatic cancer.
That's great. So, that's such important work, but it's also personal to you. So, you're the founder of the organization. So, talk to us a little bit about how the organization came about.
I lost my mom to pancreatic cancer in 2007. I'm an only child, and the loss of my mother created such a void in our family that I could have not done anything, but it really just started in me. It lit a fire about trying to do something about how this horrible disease impacted my personal family. And my mom was gone in 3 months without any warning. When she became to have symptoms, it was already stage 4 pancreas cancer, and she was gone in 3 months. So I decided I wanted to do something, and I'm a restaurant owner. So I remember that we never used to open on Mother's Day, and we opened that first Mother's Day after I lost my mom in 2007. So this was May of 2008. And I picked an organization, I think in California, and we donated all of our funds that day to that organization. So I started as a grassroots organization in 2008, took a name in 2009, and I've never looked back. Just trying to help others that are experiencing the same experience that I went through that changed my life, to try to give people hope. Pancreatic cancer is kind of the stepchild of cancer. It's like nobody wants to talk about it, even though it's the third leading cause of cancer. Pretty soon, we are thinking that it's going to be raised to the number 2 killer of cancer. So we fight every year to try to raise as much money as we can to support funding and research and helping our local community in trying to fight this deadly disease.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you mentioned the numbers, because I was going to ask you about the prevalence of pancreatic cancer, because we hear about breast cancer a lot, and we hear about some of the other cancers, and they're a little bit more visible, I think, than pancreatic cancer. But I'm so glad that you highlighted that, because I think that would be something that a lot of people didn't know, that it's the third leading cause, and unfortunately soon approaching the second. So it's part of what you're doing is awareness. And how are you getting the word out? How's the organization spreading the knowledge? I think here is a great example of how we can do it, and we can lend our voice to talking about it today. But then, how else will people find out, and how can they get the information that you have about pancreatic cancer?
Well, of course, we have a website, purplepansies.org. We try to partner with different kinds of groups to get our name out. Like we partner with local high schools and support their baseball teams, and the kids all wear purple. One of my dreams is, instead of, for example, in October, you see some of the NFL or you see the baseball World Series of them featuring the color pink. One of my dreams is to have them wear purple. So people will be able to know why are they wearing purple? Ask that question. But we do 2 major events a year in which we support pancreas cancer. What makes our foundation different is that we are all volunteers. No one on my board or anyone else is on the payroll. Everything that we raise, it goes directly to the cause. So we hold a event outside of my restaurant, a community event. Pre-pandemic, we used to have over 1,000 people within the Atlanta area come and visit, and we give out free food, and we just have people make a donation. And then we have a gala in September. I hold it in September because my mom died in September. So for me, every time that I go through this process in the campaign, for me, it's honoring my mother's spirits. We came from pretty much anything, but in my house, we always, whatever we had, we shared. We would volunteer. And so that's the kind of organization that I've tried Purple Pansies to be an open organization to try to help in any areas that we can. Of course, we reach out to media a lot to try to get out our story. and try to get people to know about pancreas cancer and just bringing up awareness. So we partner with some national organizations that help us spread our message as well.
That's amazing. And, you know, what a testament to your mother and how she raised you, that this is what you're doing in her honor. That's just a wonderful thing. So talking about awareness, because it's just interesting, you know, when you talked about the idea of folks wearing pink and, you know, I know that there was just, I think, I don't know, there was a man cancer recently. I don't remember which one, just man cancer.
I think it was probably prostate
cancer was probably it. But have you seen, or has there been any greater awareness with the loss of like Alex Trebek or some of the other folks? It just seems like I feel like I'm hearing about it a little bit more. So are people becoming a little bit more aware, or is it still a really steep hill to climb?
I think with the loss of some famous people, always you have definitely you go in and you say, wow. Of course, every time that we lose a major figure like Judge Ginsburg or Congressman Lewis or an Alex Trebek, recently Senator Harry Reid also passed away of pancreas cancer. Every time we lose someone of that level that everybody recognizes, always it gives us a big push to the cause for the awareness piece. I think a lot of people maybe have not wanted to talk about it because the stats are so dismal. But every time we lose someone like that, we get kind of like a shot in the arm in terms of media coverage, which is basically what we need to be able to get the word out there. Usually you are not symptomatic until you are stage 4. So our level is to try to find ways that people can diagnose at stage 1 or stage 2, where they can actually have a surgical procedure called the Whipple, which will extend their lives. Like someone who might catch breast cancer in a stage 0 or stage 1, their survival rate is like almost 100% these days, right? So we're trying to accomplish the same thing with pancreatic cancer. So the media exposure is extremely important. In the last 3 years, we have our premier partner has been Kroger, and they have been amazing in trying to get the word out through their stores about our mission. So when you get partnerships like that with another major partner, it really helps spread out the message about pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, wow, absolutely. So what can people do? Because you mentioned at the top, you know, part of that was research, but then also I think what you just mentioned about, you know, a lot of people are asymptomatic until it really is so further down the line and they're in stage 4. Is part of what people can pour into and can help support with the research a way to continue to find and detect it a little bit earlier? And if so, give us a sense of how people can support that research and the ways that you are working with the physicians to try to find this a little bit earlier and catch it earlier.
Well, of course, you know, I would strongly recommend to people to go on a search, either at our website, purplepansies.org, or just Google pancreatic cancer, right? And see what some of those symptoms are. Some of that is back pain, for example, or some of it is some stomach trouble that you might think that it's just an upset stomach. If you try to get diagnosis and kind of get testing for that, they might be able to find it a little bit earlier. So I think that people getting more well-informed would help our cause. Also, of course, we need dollars for research, for being able to detect that early detection piece, which is really not in place. Usually people that find it early are looking for something else. Like if you have a CAT scan, or if you're having a series of blood tests, that they might be able to, there might be a marker. There is some genetics involved in it. So if you suffer from someone in your family who might have suffered from pancreas cancer, or really any kind of cancer, is another way that they can early detect. With our organization, people volunteering for us, people maybe helping other organizations find families for us that are suffering, that need support, whether they be through any kind of resources, whether they are financial or just a support resources, or volunteering. Any of those things would be so helpful to support pancreas cancer.
That's awesome. So let's give your website one more time so people know where to find you, and know where to volunteer, know where to make some donations, know about, hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll be able to have your gala this year and COVID won't, do anything to interrupt. But give us your website real quick. And
It's
yep.
purplepansies.org. Our first event this year will be May 1st, Sunday, May 1st. It's a community event, all free food, entertainment. It's a great family day. That is our first event this year. And then our gala will be on September 18th held at the Metropolitan Club. So I encourage people to take a look at our website. We'd love your support. We thank you for taking time to listen about our cause. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. And you're going to get the free food, Maria. You're in the restaurant business, so you're going to get people with the free food. That's a great hook. But thank you so much. It's a pleasure talking to you. Purplepansies.org, everyone.
Thank you so much. God bless. Have a great day.
Thank
You
you.
too.